And during that time, we're going to be building something unique, something you may have never seen before. So before we get started, I did just want to mention that this stream, we will be having a donation bar at the bottom. That is counting the super chats and super stickers sent in chat. What those are is it's tracking donations that you make to the channel, as well as gives you an opportunity to put out exclusive comments in the chat that are lit up and bright and can be seen very easily. And then also it'll pop up on the screen this time, which is really neat. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put that bar down there. Okay, so I'm looking to possibly, doesn't really matter, but possibly get $100. And what that's going to fund is voice acting for the channel. Voice acting is going to happen whether the funding happens or not, but the $100 goal is a stretch goal for Error to be featured in the Myrana Karakor confrontation. If we can get to the $100, Error will be featured in there as well. But that's enough about money. That's not why we're here. So what we're going to do here today is we're going to chat for a little bit, and then I'm going to build some stuff, and then we'll take a quick break. I'll build some more stuff, we'll chat some more, and we'll have a great time. So first thing I'm going to do, and this is experimental, I haven't tested it yet, so let's see if this works. It's not quite working yet. There we go. Okay, so I've got chat on the window here. We can take a look if you want to ask some questions. We'll hang out for a bit. Finish my coffee. Any tips on making custom torsos? There's two caveats to custom torsos. One would be, does it look nice? And the other would be stability. A lot of times when you're building a custom torso, everything's a little more fragile. So my advice would be try to find creative ways to add strength to the figure. Big one for me is, where is the ball joint receiving the most pull pressure? Wherever that is, connect it at a 90-degree angle. So for example, with Stipalu here, most of his pull pressure on his arm would be on the side here. So what I would do, if I was building a custom torso, I would try to connect that ball joint vertically, so that when I pull, it's not going to come undone as easy. That would be probably my biggest bit of advice for that. Isn't that hat too tiny? It's a trucker hat. It's meant to be a little large, and I like to wear it a little big. I mean, I could do that if I wanted. It does have room for play. I'm mainly just hiding this uncombed, shaggy hair. Let's see. When will I make my next 30-minute mock? So that's a great question. So what I'm thinking of doing is starting it as soon as I finish the grand finale of Season 1. I've been working hard on it all month, and that's why you haven't heard all that much from me. But it's getting closer. I'm not going to hit my goal of May, unfortunately. Oh, thank you so much, Gray, or Friendly Kit, for the donation. I very much appreciate it. We'll see if that bar goes up. If not, then we may have to take that off. We'll see. Anyways, thank you so much, Gray. Really appreciate that. Question, how are you? I'm good. I've been a little stressed today trying to run around and get all this set up. It's surprisingly a lot of work to get a live stream set up the way you want it, with the music and the camera angles and the lighting and all that good stuff, making sure it's ready to go. So it's really nice to just finally sit here and hang out with you guys. Where is the face hair? I guess you're referring to my beard. I shaved it off. It's pretty hot here, so it's kind of nice to not have all the shagginess, but it'll grow back. You'll have to get used to me growing the hair out, shaving it off, growing the beard out, shaving it off, etc., etc. Is that Umrak the hunter I see in the background? No, what you're seeing is the tip of the bow of Error 2.0. So that his bow is basically Umarak the hunter. But yeah, so kind of. But that's him there. We've got all the wardens over there. Nothing new to show you today, really. What's the least favorite mock you've made? That's a good question. It's a cheesy answer, but I'd say there's merits to everything I've built. A lot of my early stuff, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just experimenting. A lot of the early protectors were really messy looking. trying to think my least favorite. The original Karacore was really strange. I connected two of these directly to a gearbox as the connection point. So he just kind of had these dangling ball joints just hanging there. It didn't really look that good. That was probably one of my least favorite. I love them all in their own way. I guess is a terrible answer. Can you show us all your mocks on the table? I don't have them all handy. A lot of them I showed at the last live stream. I can reach Rupahu, which a lot of you cleverly deduced looks different than the last time you saw him. He did get a major revamp between the time you last saw him and my first, or my only break from YouTube. so yeah, he's fairly different. You will catch a glimpse of him in the near future. Oh wow, you just have parts to both sides. Yep. New setup here. I'm trapped in this cubicle of play stippling Lego goodness with drawers on both sides and endless mock opportunities within. Definitely going to be using this. This was a redesign for the 30-minute mock atmosphere. That way, not only can I reach things very easily, but you can see in real time at least half. There is more below here, but at least half of the stuff I'm doing while I'm doing it. And then this camera angle up here also will facilitate that when the time comes. It's my birthday, 1st of June. Happy birthday, I'm a Bricks. Happy birthday. It does look like my voice or my donation tracker isn't working, so I am going to hide that for now. But again, looking to possibly get some donations, really appreciate it either way. Just happy you're here is the important thing. A couple more questions. Is love canon in Ursi? Yes, there is love in Ursi. Did you have braces as a child? I'm afraid, yes, I did. I'm afraid you're gonna say you could tell because my teeth look bad or something, but yeah, I had braces as a kid. Way too long. I had them from 7th grade to the last 3 months of my senior year in high school. So I had them 6 years. The music is a bit loud on our end. Can someone confirm that? I can turn it down if so. Also, I should be talking more directly to the microphone. Both of those things will help. While I wait to hear from you, I will turn it down. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the music down just to be safe. If it's too quiet, let me know. I can hear it, and it is a little loud for me, but I wasn't sure if it was loud for everyone. Alright, hopefully that'll help. Okay. Have you ever tried building with system and CCBS? To an extent that any CCBS set has some system, yes. I don't have my system parts organized, so it's extremely hard to access them. I did recently build a mock that you haven't seen yet, but that creature has at least a little bit of system plates on it, or tiles, I should say, some system tiles on it to help cover some stuff. How does it feel to be famous? I don't feel like I'm famous at all, and I don't think I am famous. It's extremely humbling to have people care to listen to what I have to say, especially about something like this, which is a dead Lego theme. So yeah, it's humbling. I'm appreciative every day that I get to do this kind of stuff, and I'll keep doing it as long as someone's willing to watch it. So, can you do a tour where you show us all of your CCBS pieces where you put them into place? I can't today just because these cameras are fixed. One is pretty far away from me right now, and then the other one is fixed to the ceiling. So I can't today, but I do plan on doing a studio tour once I clean up a bit. It's an illusion. This place is a complete disaster outside of this box you're seeing. It's not, yeah, when I say it's dead, I mean it's dead to Lego. Obviously, if I thought it was dead, I wouldn't be here. But yeah. Question, why did you quit for some years? I did cover a lot of that in my first video, Is Play Stippling Dead? The short of it is I was out of money and I didn't have a job, so I needed to find a job, and the job I found was a full-time 911 dispatcher, which had me working all night long, so I just didn't have time to do all this stuff. Plus I had to move for the job, so all this stuff has been packed up for 4 or 5 years until I reopened it recently. Why do you build with new Bionicle pieces? I was quote-unquote too old for Bionicle during Gen 1. I was there at the very beginning, and then I grew out of it. So by the time I got back into it, I didn't have any of those pieces, so all I could really buy were CCBS. So I liked the aesthetic, so I kind of stuck with it. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I am going to show off what I'm going to be building today. As I take one more sip of the Play Stippling coffee. So I've got two things for you. If you were here last stream, you saw them. I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to open some brand new official Bionicle sets. Ikimu knockoff and Giant Protector knockoff. These I purchased for way too much money on Amazon. I've had them for a while. I've had them since before I moved to this house. Just haven't had time to make a video on it, so what better opportunity to hang out and check out what these things are all about than with you guys. If you like them, I think they still are on Amazon. I bought them, I think, for like $40 USD, which is outrageous for the parts that you get. But there are some unique custom parts, some unique custom prints between these two. So I'm excited to see that. I think there's some new colors associated, or some off-color colors. Yeah. So without further ado, I am going to get started opening one of these up, and we'll see what's inside. I've taken one little peek at these, but I just put it right back. I just want to make sure that I want to see what was in here, because this is weird, right? Have you ever seen a Bionicle set with a giant box like this with a handle? I mean, that's bizarre. I've never in my life seen something like this. So I'm more excited about this one, so we'll save the fun stuff for last. We're gonna do this Ikimu knockoff first, and I'm interested to see what you think and what this thing looks like. So we're gonna go with we'll do a wide picture-in-picture for now. So I am gonna lower chat, and let me turn off that donation bar again. Okay. So let's open this thing up. Is this, no, we'll swap windows. I apologize. We'll swap windows, because you'll get a better view like this. Okay, so I am still looking at chat, but last time I got super distracted with chat, and I feel like I went off the rails a bit. So I am going to focus on what I'm doing here, and we're going to start by opening this up. Oh, Moss, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. That is super kind of you. He says this is like $100 USD, trust me. I don't know that particular currency. If it was $100, that'd be way too much. But whatever it is, I really appreciate it, and I'm very humbled and honored that you would want to spend your hard-earned money supporting what I do. Thank you. I really do mean that. It means a lot. It makes these kind of things worth it. Okay. So, interesting. It is just like a normal Lego box on the inside, but then it's wrapped in bubble wrap, which is strange. Okay, so let's see what's in this. So we've got instructions. Very nice instructions. Just look like Lego instructions. Nothing too remarkable. In fact, it's really nice quality. Okay, so instructions look very simplistic, lots of familiar pieces, but in some new interesting looking colors. So let's let's do one of those spreads of the parts and we'll take a look at exactly what we've got here. So in this first smaller container, we have an entirely separate bag of, I guess, what would amount to be the quote-unquote smaller pieces. Very mild odor to all of these, like super chemically, lots of chemical smells to it. So we're gonna open this one up. I'm curious about the quality of the plastic. So let's see here. And hey, if some of the stuff's good, then we'll use it in something else. Okay, so at a glance, I'm seeing some weird stuff. I'm seeing this in like almost like milky clear blue. I've never seen a color like this. It reminds me of blue milk from Star Wars. That's the best color equivalent I can give to it. I didn't expect to see purple claws at all, but they look good. I'm going to take out some comparisons too, so we can look at how close they are to the real colors. And I apologize if this isn't as interesting to you as it is to me, but the idea of remade parts is fascinating to me, so I really want to see how they hold up. So we got a size 4 trans blue, and this is on the right a real one. So you can kind of see the color difference between the two. Do it like this so maybe you can see it better. Yeah, so this is much more greener, much more like sea green almost, whereas this is a very like icy, colder blue, I would say. So it's definitely a different color entirely. Okay, so similarly we have the brain stock, which appears to also be in that sea green color. Again, I'll compare it to a real quote-unquote brain stock, and again you can see the color discrepancy. I hope you can see it. Let's bring this down a bit. It's going to make the picture-in-picture look a little awkward, but you'll be able to see the colors a little bit better. So you can see the color difference. Not tremendously different, but I don't think they make anything quite like this color. And it extends to the bone pieces, to the hands, to the armor shells, everything. Most of these other colors look fairly similar. So if we look at the claws, it is almost an imperceptible color difference between these two, and I actually want to be really careful not to put the wrong one back in my container. But that is as close as I could imagine it to be. That's almost perfect. And you'll know the difference because LEGO has their branding. As small as it is, you can see the text on there, and that'll tell you it's a real piece. The only reason why I'm being snooty about keeping these separate is because a lot of the plastics in these can be brittle, they can break easy, and I really don't want to get caught using one of these accidentally. Intentionally is one thing, but accidentally, that'd be a problem. I do want to check the white, because this white looks a lot more yellow. So whites in LEGO can depend on their age, but I would presume my white armor shell is older than this one, and it is much, much whiter. This is like a milk texture. This is like an almost true white texture, or color. But close. So that's pretty much it. At a glance, make sure I didn't screw that up. Okay, so at a glance, these Technic axles look really, I don't know how to describe it. Like, there's a lot of texture to them, almost like they're molded poorly, but they don't look bad. Well, as we go further into this, I'll tell you about the fidelity of the parts and whether I feel like there's a lot of grip in them or not enough grip. So I'm going to push these off to the side just for a moment, and then we'll take a look at the main part, which is what I'm probably most excited for, is the rest of it. Again, in 2 layers of plastic. And the second one, it says, plastic bag is not a toy, can be dangerous, keep away from babies and children. Keep the toy away from children. $700 DKK is 101 USD. That is incredible. I don't even know how to say thank you. That's insane. Thank you so much. It's way too much money for a little YouTuber like me, but I will put it towards the voice acting, and I believe I'll crunch the numbers afterwards, but that should get us Erowar in that video. I really like the idea of him as like an intermediary between Myrana and Karakor. Karakor has great respect for him, great respect for Erowar. Myrana kind of is annoyed at his immaturity, but seeing that dynamic between the three wardens we've seen thus far will be really cool. So again, thank you. So we have a lot of different parts here, a lot of different parts. I'm gonna move this box to the side, and so at a glance, we have a lot of these silver pieces, but this is not the silver we know and love. This is a different kind of silver, and you'll see that when I show you. We do have printing on the, I guess you call them the shin guards. The printing is mediocre at best. There's a lot of bubbling and issues with it. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Let's try this. So you can kind of see, even between these two, there's some serious imperfections in it. But, I mean, honestly, that's okay. This is not a professional set, so obviously there'd be some problems with it. Alright, so many cool things. So we got feet, we have this in silver, the villain armor attachment in silver, very cool. A Unity piece in gunmetal, which is not uncommon. I don't think I have an extra one, but we can compare the gunmetal color. And that is pretty good. They did a pretty good job with that one. So let's see. So the silver. I want to look at the silver real quick. We're going to pull out a silver piece of comparable surface area. We'll go ahead and look at this. I am actually surprised. I really thought this was a different silver, but it is ever so slightly different, but almost identical. These parts could go together. They could absolutely go together. Let's see. I want to get a specific piece. I want to get a shin guard. I have one. Did I forget where I put them? There we go. Okay, so shin guard comparison. Left is real, right is fake. Again, I would say to the naked eye, it's virtually identical. You could put these together and you wouldn't know which one's real and which one isn't. So that's really cool. Again, you can tell because they have the LEGO branding. I think they'd be in big trouble if they put the LEGO branding on a fake. Okay. So we got Ikimu's mask in transparent blue. The same seaweed transparent blue we had before. Same as that. This is interesting. It almost looks like... So these are the crystal armor attachments from 2016. And I say they're interesting because it's almost like they molded them in reverse. It seems like the base color was the transparent color, and they added the silver in afterwards. If you look at, this is on my right, this is a real one. You can see a significant amount more silver as if they blended in the transparent afterwards. This appears the opposite, like they blended in the transparent, or I'm sorry, blended in the silver to the transparent, with transparent being the base. So different, but still could pass as a pair, which is neat. Okay, so I've talked to death about these parts. I do want to look at one more thing, and then we're moving on, I promise. The creature head. They're using this, in this case, as a shoulder armor. Yeah, they're using this as a shoulder armor, but I do want to see how it compares to the real thing, assuming I have it. I don't know for certain that I have it, but we will check. That appears to be the only one I don't have. So we're going to have to kind of play make-believe a little bit. So, definitely not... This blue doesn't even match this blue. This is like Golly's blue. Golly's transparent. Which would be... which would be more of this color. So if we're comparing the blues, that is also spot on. Very nice. And then we're comparing the silvers, again, looks good, looks comparable. The only color that is wrong, quote unquote wrong, is the transparent blues. That's okay. There's so many in here, they can be wrong because we have that many parts to play with now. Okay, so I bored you to death with the technical stuff. Let's build this thing. Real quick, Doodle says, man, I can feel my passion for building with CCBS being reignited, and I love it. That is so cool to hear. I felt the exact same thing when I made the decision to come back. I didn't know what exactly I was going to do with the channel, but as soon as I got my parts back out, it was like deja vu all over again. I just fell in love all over again. Okay, so make sure you can see everything. All right, so let's do the instructions. Let's get started. So right out the gate, they have us connecting. Oh, Dio just subscribed. Thank you so much, Dio. Thanks for subscribing and joining us. So already we're having some issues with the instructions. It's saying to put some kind of gray armor shell on it. I don't have that. I do not have that. So looking at the box, that doesn't help either. That leaves us with two options. we can do. I guess it only leaves one option. We only have one size 3. So I'm gonna assume the print is wrong, and we're gonna go with it like this. So they're pointing inward. It's a good grip, good consistency. If someone just handed this to me, I don't think I'd know that it wasn't Bionicle, just based on that first couple clicks. Okay, so then we have the uniter piece on his belly with a single pin going through the last hole into the top hole, which actually works, surprisingly. That works fine. Oh, that's the other thing. Where is my... Oh. Dio donated $2 or €2 through Super Chat. Thank you so much. Or, yeah, Super Chat. Thank you, Dio. You've subscribed and helped me out. I really appreciate that. But it doesn't help me find this sword that they promised me. Where's my sword? They said I'd get this cool sword. What a ripoff. Oh. I want a cool sword. Oh well, no cool sword. Alright, so we're going to continue on. They want us putting blue 3 long pins through here. Oh, that came out. This pin does not have a lot of clutch to it. You can see that. Definitely, if you have ambitions to have this set, I would probably use your real Lego pins. These have no real grip to them. Alright, so step 3 looks good. Stippling also on Twitch. No, I'm not on Twitch. If I do Twitch at some point, it'll be non-Lego related. All my Lego stuff centrally located here on YouTube for your convenience. Okay, so then they immediately want us to put the armor attachment, not armor attachment, the ball joint here. This is, whoa, there's no consistency at all to the clutch power. And I feel like the comment's coming. I'm closing my knife. This is stuck. This is the opposite of no clutch power. This is all the clutch power. So you get both ends of the spectrum. You can take this piece and, oh no. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna reach with my foot real quick and grab it, because I can't get out of my Lego cubicle. Okay. But yeah, again, so no clutch. In fact, it took the pin with it when I did that, versus so much clutch that I really have... Okay, it's loosening up a bit. All right. I'm done with the clutch talk. This, I don't have Akimo handy, but this is a different print than the Akimo we saw. I can see him from here. He has gold all on these printed areas versus the silver that we see. So very different. This is not looking good so far. Okay, so flip it over. We are now doing a Lego cubicle, the best kind of cubicle. Yep. And I saw a question earlier, how do I get out of here? It depends. If I have all the cameras set up perfectly, I crawl underneath. If I don't have them set up yet, I just slightly move the table and walk right through. I had it moved up further, but it forced me into a very narrow camera angle, which I didn't like. So I like being able to have some gap between you and me, so I don't feel like we're like breathing on each other. You're not supposed to do that these days. Okay, so through the second three sides, or the opposite side with the three long pinholes, we connect the armor attachment there. And then an extra wide, this looks to be a very murky looking dark gray, or I'm sorry, pearl gray. Whew, that is not a very good profile there. 5 exit stipplings. Okay, so now they want us to put this to the side and build the legs. Okay, so leg, we got 2 feet. And then we're going to do lower limb, upper limb. And I just want to see... Whoa, a lot of friction in there. A lot of friction. This is probably, I would say, the equivalent at least of a friction extender in terms of friction, if not more. I definitely have to put some... so probably doing the teeth. Go all in on that. So someone said Stipalo doing the T-pose, so I fully immersed him. I never know how to pronounce your name, so I apologize. I think it's Boise Gang. Boise Gang 15, or I'm sorry, Boise Gang donated 15 USD. Thank you so much. Said, thank you for reigniting my passion for Lego and building. Just wanted to ask a question. What elements of Generation 1 and 2 have impacted your creative process for creating Ursi? Again, thank you for that. So when I think of that, I think more of story than of physical parts. I would say something that really inspired me from Gen 1 would have been the comics. The very like tribal, almost mystical, magical nature of it. I was very much into the first 2 years of Bionicle. It was a fantasy story back then. It was a fantasy story about robots. It devolved into something else. It seemed like it wanted to lean heavier into sci-fi as it went forward. And I just was really inspired by the fantasy elements, the mystical, magical side of things that felt lost to me, looking back now at the later stories. So I would say the vibes and the energy of the original comics are really what I'm trying to reimagine here. With people that aren't cookie cutter, that aren't being able to be lumped into one group where it's like, okay, they're the ice, they hate fire. Is that the case? Did fire hate ice unconditionally? Rachnu doesn't seem to hate Karakor. So breaking the molds of what is expected and what the norms are, I want each person to feel alive in their own way, with their own ambitions and goals. Generation 2, I think what inspired me about that was the ease of access to new people and the openness to create your own story. I felt with G1, every story that could be told, to an extent, not always through Lego as a medium, but every story that could have been told was told. Whereas what I want to do is create enough breadcrumbs to where there are gaps missing for you to tell your own stories. And if you are part of our Discord server, you'll see that people are already writing their own stories and creating their own characters. Not all of them will always be recognized by what I do. Just not possible. You create a cool Warden of Fire, it's not like I can take that on necessarily. But to create a world that feels like you have a place in it, feels like you can join in on and write the story alongside me. That's what I got from Gen 2. I felt like some people called it a vague, simplistic story, but I felt there was so much out there that we didn't explore, and it inspired me. I'll keep going with the questions over time, but I'm gonna keep going with this. Yeah. So we're building the leg. Like I said, lots of friction in here. Oh, wow. Oh. Citron, thank you so much for the 5, I think that's eight Australian currency. I'm American educated. Don't blame me. The quality control in bootlegs can be sporadic, says Citron. Would advise perhaps also giving them a wash with soapy water in case there are any chemicals on them. I will definitely do that after. That's a very good point. A lot of the stuff I probably won't even use. I foresee using some of these armor shells though, so I definitely will give them a wash. And like you said, the quality control, I can't even... Oh, okay, I did get it in. There's a lot of friction in these ball joints. Citron, again, thank you so much for the donation and for the advice on these. This is actually, as far as I know, my first bootleg, so I'm glad it was intentional. I feel like a lot of people get tricked into buying unintentional bootlegs, and that's no fun. Everyone knows this is a bootleg, but when you make your packaging deceptive, that's not fair. Not fair for anyone. If you make a good product that's Bionicle, we're gonna buy it, so... Ooh. Okay, whoop. Almost lost my headphone. This is so... Oh, okay, it's in. Okay. Okay, and then... okay. Hang on, I lost my headphone for real that time. Alright, so we're gonna try to get this in. Okay. So, tremendous amount of friction. Okay. Are there people with pets in Ursi? I know of at least one. This guy? But yes, people have pets. What those pets are and what they do for them can vary. I would assume a lot of people in Ursi, just much like the Middle Ages, would use pets as beasts of burden for labor. Even dogs and cats served a purpose back in the day. Dogs were faithful companions, hunting companions. Cats ate vermin and kept vermin out of their homes, so very practical use, but that doesn't mean they're without affection for them. So I do want you to see the instructions. It just immediately says they're connected, even though it didn't tell me to. And that's not a big deal, but I mean, in an official Lego set, they would definitely warn you to connect these. Okay, and then we're just immediately putting on the thighs. And this uniter piece just really does not want to stay. It seems to be the outlier. Everything else just has way more friction than that. So an armor attachment there, nice and snug. Another thigh piece here. And another armor attachment here as well. That actually does create a decent profile right there. I did not think that would look good. It was kind of off-putting, but with the thighs there, it doesn't look so bad. I think the funniest thing to think about this is someone designed this. Someone who knew the stuff we know made this. How cool is that? They just liked, I mean, obviously they're doing it for profit, but they liked building Lego, at least enough to be creative with it for a little while. And this is what they came up with. So it's like a mock that we get to buy. How fun. So then we're attaching the armor, or the shin guards. These were never featured in a Bionicle product, only afterwards with the Star Wars. So again, not bad. Okay, so we got the armor attachments on the legs. Let's see what happens next. Okay, so... Oh, I just realized that these are transparent. They don't make these these upper arms in transparent. Very cool. Alright, so we're going to connect this. Hopefully I don't break anything. Okay. And then a matching one on this side. Okay. That's probably never coming off. Okay, and then the lower arm. Okay. Another lower arm. Okay. Apologies for the grunting and groaning. These are really hard to get on. And hands. Left hand. And right hand. Okay. Alright, so we're getting closer. Getting much closer. So they want this armor shell. If I match the angle of the arm, they have it like that. And then like that. So they want it, I think. No, I'm sorry, like this. So I guess so it goes out like that to the side there. And then I didn't do the sub-assembly, which makes me think that these purple pieces weren't what the doctor ordered when he designed it, or she. So they gave me purple claws and a black horn, which is not at all what the instructions say, but we're gonna go with it. Ooh. Okay. This does not compute. I've done something wrong. So if we're matching this identically, you've got the swivel. No, the swivel's like that. The hand is like that. Yeah, I did that right. The official head you just used. No. Oh, wow! Yeah, ooh, 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 thank you. Ooh, thank you for not letting me tarnish my beautiful piece. Ooh, I'm so glad I read chat there, thank you. Yep, that is the official set. Not the piece I wanted. No wonder things went in so smoothly. Oh. This does not go in very well. Okay. Okay. There's that. So it doesn't want to connect. What do you do when the instructions are wrong? So this does not connect at all. Unless I... Alright, it's a very tenuous connection, but I think that's the best thing I'm going to be able to do. Okay. So, on the opposite arm, we're going to do the same thing. So, at the swivel, goes sideways. And then we're taking this, putting it upside down. Again, this piece is just a little bit too long. Do that unless you lock it in sideways first. Okay. And then that gorgeous silver armor attachment goes in. That connection physically hurts me. Yes, this is not okay. This is not good. Do not do this. Do not do this. It's terrible for everybody. Just moving the arm made it fall off. So, don't ever do this. It's not good, but it's a bootleg, so I don't care. I want to build it the way they said. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Look at that. Friction extender on the neck. Oh boy. See how that looks. It's like that meme of that guy with a really thick neck. Okay. This is the older brain stock, the longer one. And then it goes through there. That worked okay. That's the first axle I've used. Nothing really wrong with that. Oh wow. I keep saying oh wow, but there's no there's friction in there, so it's not gonna go back down. That's nice for stop motion though, because anyone who's used these in stop motion, when the mask is off, this thing just pops right up, so you have to constantly push it down. Okay, so then we're gonna put that. That is so bizarre. This is not okay. All right. This did not need a friction extender at all. Oh god. I need some creative problem solving here. I don't like this. Stippling used the small trans light blue bone for the creature head. I could, I just don't... I think I need this, and I don't want to use my parts, because I don't want to get them yucky. It's just not meant to be like this. I can't... Is that what it's... Is it saying to do that? You might be right. It might actually be saying to do that. You are completely right. I missed that. That is what's going on here. Not that this makes it much better, but at least now it's not going to fall off every 5 seconds. All right. Yes, thank you. A couple of you said that. Thank you to all of you who said that. I missed the bone piece. I am terrible with instructions. That's why I build my own stuff. Okay, so now... Oh, they're breaking the golden rule of Bionicle. You always put the mask on last. I'm going to put this on last, because that's what I like to do. So now we're going to build the weapon. So pretty simple design. These all look very chewed up, though, the molding. It's a weapon. Then we're... I don't know what this is implying. Does it go all the way down? I'm presuming it doesn't go all the way down. So I'm gonna flip. Okay, it goes part of the way down, which LEGO would never do this. Just because as a builder you don't know how far it's supposed to go. And I don't have that piece. I just don't have that piece. Oh, wow. These go straight through. I do have this piece, it's just not how LEGO makes them. So this goes straight through. All the way. There, see? That's not how it's supposed to be. But that's why it goes down more. So we'll call that close enough. It's subjective. Weird that it goes through. Left arm's bottom armor is wrong way. Left arm's bottom armor. Is it? I don't think so. Stippling, the left arm is made wrong. Please recheck it. It physically hurts me. It's not done right. Alright. Yes, I am bad at instructions. Let's go back. So, the left. Depends on whose left we're referring to, but if we're referring to his left, then... Oh, okay. Alright, yep. When you're wrong, and I am wrong. So you're saying to do this, which I think holds up with what they're showing. And then this is supposed to go this way for some reason. That looks right. Hopefully the pain has subsided because it looks like I did it right now. I can physically feel Stippling's discomfort. It's cool. This is neat. It's just bizarro. Finally. Good. Okay. The reason why I did it that way is, as you can see now, the arm doesn't move. You can't bend that elbow anymore. It's just permanently unbent. So that's probably why he has it like this. Or she. Okay, so now that I've alleviated any discomfort, Citron, thank you so much for the $5. On behalf of Axolotl with a Gun, awesome username. Stippling, what is your opinion on kittens? I love kittens. At my job, I work remote now, but at my job when I worked in person, I had a coworker who would foster kittens. And she didn't really need... I'm going to switch screens real quick, just because give you guys a break from this angle. Let me. She fostered kittens, but she didn't really need to work. She was an older woman, a grandma. She had plenty of funds. She was just doing it for passion of doing the job. But she loved kittens, so she said, if you want me to work here, I get to have my kittens in the office. And they really wanted her to work there, so they said, okay. So for the next year, I had foster kittens every day at work, They would just fall asleep in my lap on my desk. So much fun seeing them grow up, and then the next litter coming in and seeing them grow up. It is a miracle that I didn't walk away with at least one. But we have our own cat, and we were planning on moving, so we didn't get one. But kittens are so fun. I hadn't had a kitten. I've never had a kitten until my cat now. But cats, when I was growing up, they were kind of, at least where I lived, they were kind of like outdoor pets, which is not something you ought to do if you can avoid it. But yeah, I always had cats on the outside, dogs on the inside. So having my cat inside and seeing her grow up and play and have fun and be one of the family, it's so cool. Okay, so back to the build, and again, thank you, Citron, for the question. And we're looking at that. Okay, so the physical pain has subsided. We are building the weapon. So it looks like 3 chain links together. Question, will you make a Discord server? I have made a Discord server. Mods, I don't know if you're able to invite people, but if you are, if you can shoot a link, that'd be amazing. There's like some glue on this or something. Alright, I got that off. So, chain goes through, then this piece, and then 2 of the wrong sized... Oh, wait. Okay, I made another mistake. This goes... This goes here. I didn't see that. Ethan says, I think the box might hold a cool sword. It's supposed to. And if I remember right, the other box is the one I took a sneak peek at, and it did have a cool sword in it. So I don't know why this one didn't. But it advertised it. So we'll check again, and then we'll hopefully see one in the other build. Alright, so white spike goes there. These darker spikes are referenced as a large spike here and a small spike in the picture. So we're going to go with what we got, which is the large ones. Okay, so we're going... Is that the right way they're supposed to go? It's hard to tell because they are the wrong piece. Yeah, so they're going backwards, and then we're putting this here. This is a nice piece. I really like this one. But it will not go in. Okay. And then last, what are all these for? I guess those are spares. Okay, and then this just goes here. Pretty typical. Wait. Oh, okay. So then I skipped something. Oh, yeah. This goes here. I hate this set. Okay. Oh, it's all the way through. I don't even know how to begin to undo this. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling stressed about this. Alright. Okay, I got it off. I will rate these Technic connector pieces a 0 out of 10. The straight through hole is a complete nightmare. And LEGO should never do it. Oop, then I went too far on that. Okay, so then this goes in here, in the hand that doesn't move, right? For the arm that doesn't move. Okay, and then this. That's just gonna have to stay like that. And this. Alright, And then to wrap things up, we throw the mask on. And there it is. I think. Oh, the chain fell off. I know, someone said I'm getting a workout building this. I'm actually feeling a little sweaty. Okay, so let's see if I can give you a look at what we've got here. So you can see we have the completed Ikimu something. So it's got some stuff going on. Its weapon, he's left-handed, and his elbow doesn't move. Yeah. So my takeaway is, do not buy this if you think this set looks cool, because it doesn't. But if you like some of the parts, they're not terrible. They're not bad. Especially if you want just this mask. I mean, the mask seems fine. We can see how it translates. Well, that's not gonna fit. But yeah, I mean, it has the same grip power, generally speaking, as the regular masks. But yeah, some cool parts in here. Very painful to build. This should have taken me 10 minutes, and it took me almost an hour, or half an hour. It was tough. Very, very tough. But yeah, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to hang out a bit, answer a couple questions, and then I'm going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and build the other one. Hopefully not be miserable this time. Alright, so let's take a look at the chat, if I can do that. Okay. Where would I buy the fakes if I wanted them? I bought these guys off of Amazon. They were like $40. So if you just search for Bionicle on Amazon, they'll pop up at some point. The brand says KSZ. They may be cheaper on a third-party website like AliExpress or one of those other ones. But I just wanted the convenience of getting it, and they came pretty quick considering. Definitely some cool parts, especially I know a lot of people probably missed this mask, and this is almost, I wouldn't say a perfect copy because there's no symbols on it. I kind of just noticed that now. There's no, oh, we're not looking at that anymore. No symbols, but it's definitely decent. $12 on AliExpress, so do not pull a Play Stippling and spend $40 on these just so that the convenience of Amazon. But AliExpress will probably take significantly longer to deliver. There we go. It's not a bad figure. I mean, taking these parts, you could probably make something better. So if the overall aesthetic of this is appealing to you, get it, and you can build something else. It's just cool. I haven't built a new Bionicle set in, what, 6 years? So it was fun to just try. Talking Ben says, I'm tired. Well, go to bed, Ben, if you're tired. This will show up on... I'll have the VOD of it up at some point, and I'm probably going to get 100 copyright strikes for all the music, but once I appeal all of those and tell them that I'm allowed to use the music, then that will be up just like the last one. Are you thinking of doing more 30-minute videos? Yes, I've said that a few times. I don't want to bog anyone down saying it again. But yes, as soon as the finale's done, I will proceed to doing very many 30-minute challenges. Let's see. You still have your giant Makuta mock? No, I've covered that a few times again, but I know obviously if you're not here, you won't know. No, I do not have it any longer. In the interim between my leaving and my returning, I disassembled it in order to have the parts to play with. But I've seen, actually, if you Google it, someone reverse engineered it and designed it in like some kind of brick program with instructions. It's out there somewhere, so definitely look out for that if you want to rebuild it. Have you built any of the remaining 3 Wardens? Yes. Yes and no. I was waiting on some parts for the Desert Warden, which have arrived. Pending a Bricklink haul video. That Warden is getting close to being ready. But no Warden is complete, and the Desert Warden's probably the only one that is even close to being complete. I have a rough skeleton for the Swamp Warden, and for the Island Warden, all I have is a mask. Really want to hear your answer. Will Orzoot get his own series of being built, or will we just see the final result? I think my plan is to do the Orzoot build as a series, possibly a Makatorium series. It's not going to be something where you get a new edition every week. It's something I plan to do slowly over time as a multi-part series, because it's just going to be too big. And I've never built anything that big before. I mean, this would probably be one of the biggest things I've built, so I'm hoping in comparison it's like... But, yeah. Have you watched Voltron Legendary Defender on Netflix? I watched a Voltron animation. I don't know if it's that one. A couple of years back. I only saw the first season, though. It was a cartoon. Will you release instructions for Stipalu in the future? I think I will. My big hiccup right now is that Studio doesn't have his mask, which isn't a big deal because I was able to do the the E-Talk instructions without it. I just used cartoon for the mask. But I really like to have the complete figure built in 3D, so I'm cautiously looking for someone that will make this mask before I can do it. Don't forget to recheck the box, see if the sword is in it. Yep, I can do that. No, not in the box. There's no sword in the box, unfortunately. I will check the other parts. Nope, looks like we are swordless. They forgot it, unfortunately. Could there be mages or witches in Ursi? Depends on your definition, but there definitely would be magic wielders, and kind of cult-like beings that do kind of nefarious, shadowy kind of stuff. So yeah, I would say yeah. And my dear friend Blobbin posted the link to Discord. You're welcome to join it, and that's where I chat. I've been known to go into voice chat. I've even streamed gaming sometimes on there for fun. You'll never know when I pop up, so keep an eye on it. And then a lot of people have made good friends there already. I see chats and conversations going on completely without me, which it makes my day every time I see voice chat full of people without me having to join in. Are you planning on releasing merch soon? Yes, I am. I am going to tell you more about that at the end of this stream. That's kind of why I have the hat and the shirt and the mug, just to kind of tease it. But yeah, I'll be providing a link at the end of the stream, and if anyone wants to purchase any of it, thank you. I think it's really cool stuff. I did not expect it to be so high quality when I bought it, but way better than I ever expected, and pretty good pricing too. And you'll see at the end of the stream there's a sale going on right now since I just launched the store. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a quick break, go to the bathroom, refill my coffee. You're welcome to do the same. Probably be about 5 minutes, so don't leave. I'll be right back, and we're going to do more fun stuff, more zany misadventures into the bootleg world. So stick around, and I will be right back. Hey everybody, I am back from my break. I hope you're well rested as I am. If you're just joining us, welcome. In the previous half of this live stream, we built the first of 2 bootleg Bionicle sets. I purchased these on Amazon for way too much money, but they are making the rounds on all sorts of third-party websites that sell material that is not official, I guess is the safe way to put it. So we built one, we're going to build the other. I do want to take some time and hang out with you a bit more, answer a couple more questions. Real quick though, I did mention in the first half we do have super chats and super stickers that pop up right here blocking my face as well as in chat. Gives you the opportunity to ask me questions, to make comments on things, and just generally be part of the community in a very direct way. I did set a goal of $100 and we've already destroyed that, so thank you to all who have been generous enough to donate. No pressure to those who do not want to. And what that donation did allow is I'm going to have Errowar in a video that was originally just going to be my Rana and Karakor. So all 3 of the Wardens meeting up for the first time in an upcoming video. I don't know when that will be, but when it's out there, you'll know that this live stream is the reason why I was able to do it. So thank you so much. And yeah, so let's hang out a little bit, answer some questions. What do I think of the Chima Ultra builds? It was a very early stage for CCBS. I think they had some really cool designs. Brought some unique parts to the equation that I don't think in some cases ever returned. So I like them. I think I had at least half of them. Early days I disassembled them so I had parts for mocking, but yeah, I think I got the alligator, at least one of the lava guys, or the lions. Never got the elephant though, I always wanted the elephant. Let's see. What are you going to do after you build the bootleg figures? For today, that'll probably be it. We'll hang out for a bit more afterwards, and then we'll call it a night. I still have a lot to do for the contest video coming up June 1. So I got to get that done and get the new contest going. And yeah, I will be I will be announcing an avenue for purchasing some of the merch you're seeing today if you're interested. Again, that helps fund the channel and allows a small YouTuber like me to do what I want to do. But yeah, other than that, we'll just have a good time and we'll do this again soon, I hope. Can you make Sin Klein from the Voltron Legendary Defender? I don't know who that is. I'm probably not going to be making anything from other official IPs, at least. Not ones I'm not super familiar with. I have some ideas on making a few characters, but no, probably not, just because it's not something I'm very familiar with. Have you seen my mock I emailed you? Yes, if it was a part of the 30-minute mock challenge, we and the moderators here today spent way too long going through them all. I think I calculated 20 hours of a human lifetime. Human's life was spent judging the contest. So we had 4 judges, myself included, for 5 hours, toiling over who should win and why. So if you get a chance, thank a moderator. They worked really hard on that on their own time, so that was very much appreciated. JPEG Plays says, "Love your stuff, man. I've made several, I guess, recreations." That's really cool. I'm glad you like my channel and what I do, and I'm glad you were able to remake some of them. I know I don't do a very good job of explaining how to make them, but my thing, I always think, as much as some folks want to know how to build what I build, they would rather me make new stuff. The time it would take me to show you how to build something might take 1 or 2 videos worth of new content, so it's really a struggle to justify that. In some cases, yes, but in other cases, it's a little too much. Yes, the mods do contribute to the judging. It started with just me and one admin, and then I've been letting in all the staff who are interested to participate. And I'm just thinking about it now. Oh no, we did have 4 because we just got our 5th moderator, Citron. Everyone can welcome Citron to the community, who is now one of our moderators for the Discord server. Any chance your new hat comes in black? It doesn't. Right now it just comes in this color. And actually I think it's the only thing in the store that's out of stock right now, but I can see if there is interest in black. What I do have on the website is my email, playstippling@gmail.com, and I'll definitely be looking for people who have specific requests. There's much more opportunity for merch than you'll see in the store. I've got it super limited right now. But if there's something you really want, we can make it happen. Spino Dude says, "Hey Stippling, so happy to see you back. Always hyped to see your new content." Thank you so much, Spino. I'm so glad to be back. I feel weird that I didn't do much this month. I'm worried that you're worried. I'm still here. I've been working really hard on the finale for 30-minute mocks. Some people have heard that it's already 13 minutes long, and I have a whole nother scene I haven't filmed yet. I guess a scene and a half. So it's really something I've been working on for many years, and I'm excited to get it out there to you and to move on. Because it's been, as much as it's been a joy, it's been a burden and a lot of pressure. So I'm excited to be free of it and let my creativity fly into new things. Finn says, "I broke my arm. Should I replace it with CCBS?" Yes, but definitely put friction extenders. You'll probably need about 100 of them to hold the weight of a normal arm. Optimus, hi. Hi, Optimus. Welcome to the live stream. Will Stipalu make a cameo in Ursi? Yes, it will be more than a cameo. He'll be a real live character. I don't know that he'll be dwarfing the great heroes quite like he does, but he definitely will make some sort of appearance, possibly in a protector-sized form. But yeah. Will you be making an aquatic animal soon, please? You promised a lobster. Not in the near future, but yes, I'll be exploring more animals, and I even want to explore plant life, see what that looks like. Okay, so I am going to switch over to this angle of my lovely coffee in the beautiful Play Stippling mug. So again, we're working on Bootleg Bionicle, because Bionicle doesn't make new content, so we have to find our own content. And the reason I bought both of these is for this one, that mask. Initially I thought it was white and red, and I was like head over heels in love, because white and red is my channel colors, so that would have been really cool. This is silver and red, so I'm still excited for it, a little bit less excited. I'm going to take a peek, and we're going to see what's inside. And this is the one I actually did take a peek on already. I'll be upfront with you. I just wanted to see some stuff. It is still intact, though. Alright, so much like the first one, we have some Ziplocs. I'm sorry, bubble wraps. Unlike the first one, and I know this because I cheated, I am pretty certain there is a sword in here. So again, I got instructions. Instructions are, generally speaking, pretty good. Pretty comprehensive. This figure at a glance looks much better than the other one. Much, much better. Excited to see it. Alright, so let's start with the smaller of the two again. So, we have a bag, and inside the bag we have little bits. Maxie says, "Gonna leave. Great stream. Have a nice night." You as well. Have a great night, and thank you so much for participating. It means a lot to me. I don't get to talk with everyone that often, so I revel in these moments to spend them with you. Okay, so just like the last time, we have some silver pieces. I do want to check this again because I am convinced these are not the same silver, but I'm probably going to be wrong again. I am wrong again. Virtually identical. Okay. These Borak eyes look fine. Nothing extremely remarkable. I don't know that they make this in size 4. In unprinted form, do they? Let me know in chat if you have one of these red armor shells size 4. I don't know that they exist unprinted, so if I'm right, that's pretty neat. Nothing else here spectacular. We've seen pretty much all of this somewhere. I am a little confused by this, and a little disappointed, because in the picture it has this like yellow brain stock that I was expecting, and I got a blue one. So I'm really, really hoping that that substitution is not a substitution and it's just in here. Okay, so bigger bag. I could have sworn there was a sword in here. I must be missing something. Or I'm losing my mind. Huh. That is so weird. Did I dream it? We shall see. I'm not seeing a sword in here. I feel like I'm in the toilet scene. I could have sworn. Oh well, no sword. Okay, so in chat they're saying Johnny says it was with the Praetorian Guard build and it had prints on them. That's what I thought. In the Star Wars line they had one of these with prints, so one is nice. Let's see. Different but imperceptibly different, so that can be useful. We have some new parts here. Once again, we have the silver villain armor attachment, which is nice. We have two of those, three of those. We have this armor attachment, which I do think exists in red. I'm somewhat confident about that. Yep. Nope. There it is. So that does exist. That's not new. This is new in red. Again, it's very, very slightly disappointed. It shows dark red on here, which would have been fantastic. But it's regular red. The printing on the chest piece is decent, if not a little bizarre. I do like it. I could see a use for it, but it is a little simplistic. But okay, not bad. And then paired with it is a small print on this this style of torso, which has kind of got the abs on it. So I guess together that looks pretty uniform and neat. All right. The most important thing, of course, is this mask. This is a protector mask in silver and transparent neon orange. It is wonderful. It is beautiful. I do want to see, because I will be making something with this. This is exactly why I bought this. Let's see about a real head. And it fits perfect. Fantastic. Someone mentioned that this mask would be perfect for Stippling before he got mutated. I think so as well. I think it's a nice... It is just a nice mask. The Chemo set was neat, this one here, but without a new mask, it's hard to justify the purchase. But this, gosh, everyone should have one of these to play with. Alright, so that looks like it's really it. Again, a little disappointed with the lack of dark red, but it's something. So let's get started. Okay, so just like the last set, I'm gonna put this here. Just like the last one, we start with some shoulder armor. However, this time it looks like we have the right one, the right colors, so that's something. King Boss says, I want that mask so much for G2 Mux. Yes, it is so nice to have something new, right? Like something new. It's just such a treat. Okay, so then next step, again, just like the other build, we are putting two blue pins right here. And if you were here before, you saw that I'm terrible at following instructions, so if you see me do something silly, let me know in the comments, and I will correct it eventually. So there's no uniter piece with this one, unlike the last one. I'm gonna double check one thing here. Just checking, okay. Double checking my microphone, make sure it's working. Alright, so they immediately have us put the chest piece on. It's a pearl gunmetal gray. That looks pretty good. I think the only flaw with it is how low the legs come down. We'll have to see how they address that. Alright, next step. Similar pattern, putting the ball joint on the back side. And then we're putting an extra wide silver with a silver villain armor attachment. Not sure how I feel about that. I think maybe with the head it'll look kind of neat. Yeah, so let's keep going here. So once again, doing the legs. So we'll do that one. And I'm matching up. Nope, that's the wrong upper. Need the one with the pinhole in it. There's one. And one with pinhole. 2 pinholes. Okay, that's 2. And then we're going to attach the size 5 armor shell with the silver attachment. And then pop that on right there. 1. And 2. I'm trouble getting that in. Okay, so we got 2 legs. Nice little boots on them. Oh, interesting. Okay, so then we attach the legs. Oh, that came right off. Okay. Attach the legs, and then the reason I said interesting is because we're attaching probably the most round armor shell in the history of armor shells to the squarest armor attachment ever. So I don't even know how this will... Oof. I say oof because there's already some tension there and I haven't even put it through. Okay. Not as bad as I thought, but they're definitely brushing up on each other. And that solved the gappiness somewhat. So it's a thing. Okay, same deal here. It's causing just the slightest amount of tension. I mean, that's not bad. Okay. Now we're doing the upper arms, which uses the smaller bone joints, or bone pieces. Some click clacks here. Disappointing lack of click. There we go. And 1. And 2. Connect those together. 1. And that's backwards. There we go. Oh, 2. This is where the red, dark red armor shell would have gone if it existed, but instead we're going with the regular red, which is fine. That's 1. And don't have another one. It's supposed to be two reds. So we have a silver in size 4. I guess that's... Let's see if I need that. Nope. Okay. So I guess we're meant to use silver for that one. Some interesting asymmetry. Always appreciate it. Okay. So now we're adding some spiky bits to these smaller armor shells. So dark red goes first here, and then the little red one. So we're gonna make 2 of those. That's one. Make another matching one. And dark red into light red. And those will go on the wrists. That's 1 and 2. Gosh, I wish I had that. Wouldn't that be something? But I didn't get it. So put the normal in there. Wow. Okay. Head goes on. Wants to go on. Okay. And we're gonna skip this part because I want to wait. But they do say to put the little dagger in his hand. Or her. Now we're building the weapon. So we take these, which we learned in the last build, are complete through holes. So I gotta be careful not to over push either side. Okay. Then we're gonna add this, which apparently is also a through hole. Which is really kind of jarring. Okay. Oh, there it goes. I need to give a little more to the other side. Okay. There that is. Man, that keeps happening. Maybe I'll try the other side. Or I'll give it a disproportionate amount of stud. Okay, so a little more, not stud, axle. Alright, that's better. Add the half bushing. Okay. And then we're adding... Oh wow, that is just goes right through. No friction, nothing. That's gonna be problematic. That's extremely problematic. Okay, well, it'll hold. Alright, so villains. The axe goes on either side with the Borak eye. Very loose Borak eye. Oh no. No. Okay. Then we're adding a brown one. Oh darn. The brown one goes here. The coloring on these is hard to see. Brown one goes there. Okay, and then we're adding the black one here. Okay, and then that goes in his right hand. Oh, okay. And then this goes here. Oh boy. These size 2 axles don't have clips on them to get them out. And that leaves one mask for a completed bootleg. bring in the light here a little bit so you can see a little better. That's looking pretty neat. The weapon is, I don't like it at all, but the build, you slap some official pieces on here, I mean, that's an official set right there. Not bad. Much, much better than this. I definitely would recommend this set. If you take the weapon off and make your own, I mean, this is a solid figure. Again, set it to death. Wish the pieces that they said were in here would be in here. I missed out on the brain stock, the dark red armor attachment, and I think that's really it. But overall, pretty cool. The mask is fantastic, and I am glad to have these pieces. Probably not for most mocking, but at least the mask for mocking. And yeah. So, what did you all think? What did you think about these sets? Would you get them? Would you avoid them like the plague? Clearly I had some difficulty building them, but the experience of building them was definitely exciting. They promised me cool swords. I didn't get cool swords. Could have sworn I got cool sword in one of them, but I don't see it. I do not see it. Let's see here. It is very quiet. Wiedemann and Axolotl. Possibly. What kind of head would you use? It would have to probably be a custom head. Definitely the one with the protector mask. Yeah. I could recommend this. I think you would have fun building this. I think it looks decent. Would look good on a shelf. It fits. This is vastly inferior to the official one. So the only way I would recommend it is if you want this mask and never got it. Alternate chest piece is kind of nice. Printing is really bad on this one. I don't like the calves at all. Am I going to make anything else on stream? Most likely not. This is probably the extent of what I'm going to do for today. But I enjoyed it. Ooh, I thought it was pretty fun. Pretty fun experience building this. So yeah, any questions for me? Let's switch gears a little bit. I'd be happy to answer some questions, or we can just hang out. I can see. What do I got? Do I got anything cool to show you? No, not really. Don't really have much to show right this moment. I definitely will be doing more mocking in future streams. I do see that comment coming up quite a bit. Yeah, I'll be mocking more. I did like building this because it gave me a easier time to talk with you than to try to be creative and while looking at the chat. Next episode of the Mockatorium, I think you can mean one of two things. If you mean the revival of the Mockatorium series, I have some ideas brewing. I don't have any scripts or video yet. I expect at least the first Mockatorium to show up next month. If you're referring to the series finale of 30-minute mocks, that's going very well. Again, that is why I've been delayed in making new content, because I've really doubled down on focusing on that. It's going really well. It looks really good. Should be something to enjoy. Would you consider buying other bootleg sets with unique designs? Absolutely. Like I said before, I think it was a mistake to buy these on Amazon, because I think it was a reseller most likely. But just, you have the level of trust with more well-known companies, so I just felt more comfortable buying from them. But yeah, I've kept my eyes out for more bootlegs. I probably wouldn't buy an exact replica of an existing set. Knowing what I know now, even that could probably have some unique parts, because they don't seem to be too exact with the parts they put in the box. So there is a potential to get, say, a blue Tahu mask or something like that, but yeah, I definitely would keep my eye out, in particular for new masks, because even printed masks aren't as good as a bootleg mask. This is really nice. This is really good. Okay, Stippling, who would win in a battle, Stipalu or Akimu? I guess obviously it would probably be the full-size Akimu. I think Akimu's wiser, and I think he has more experience. I think Stipalu has brute strength, but brute strength will only take you so far in life if you don't have the proper mind to utilize it. So I think he would hate for me to say it, but I think Akimu would win. Will you modify the bootleg Bionicles? Probably not. I'm probably just going to take what I can off of this guy and build something new with it. Some kind of silver protector or something of that nature. But no, I didn't particularly enjoy working with these parts, so I probably won't use them unless I really feel compelled to. There are a couple of pieces that, if it came to it, I might use, like maybe the weapon on this guy, or maybe even the little claw piece here. Would you ever make a character with weapons like Wolverine's claws? I don't see why not. That would probably be a fun 30-minute mock challenge too. I'll get to merch in just a little bit, maybe like 7 more minutes, and then I'll send over the link. Like I said earlier in the stream, I will be debuting the merch store today. It'll be exclusive to, not necessarily exclusive, but I'm only linking it to those in the live stream for the next 2 days, and then it'll go public. So it'll be yours to enjoy first, and then it'll go open. And then from now until 2 weeks from now, it'll be 15% off everything. All that's going to be going into the channel and to making more content, more elaborate content. There's lots that could be done if I had the resources to do it. So it'll be great. You'll get some cool merch. I love the stuff. I wear this hat all the time. I use this mug every day. I do wash it. There is another mug too that I really like that I have. It has play stippling going all across. So it goes like full length of the mug, which I thought's really cool. And that one does come in just white. Can Orzoot speak? So Orzoot is the main villain in my World of Ursi series. Can the physical embodiment of the dragon speak? I don't know. I would say probably no, other than through telepathy. But this being is so powerful that there's most likely multiple avenues to which he or she or it or whatever designation it does take on could use to communicate. Kanexi mentions the fix for Karakor's arm problem. I have not fixed him yet, at least in its current form. I want to try the best I can to not tinker with them, because that's kind of how I release them. I do want to at some point do a revamp on all of them, but that's probably more down the road. But I'll take a look. He's actually in the shop right now. I needed some of his pieces for a different video, so I'm borrowing them and then I'm going to give them back. And I'll take a look when I get those pieces back. Bootlegs don't look half bad. Yeah, I agree. They're definitely not bad. The consistency of the plastic feels right. The friction in them is varied, if not often too powerful. Rare, thank you so much for the $4.99. I really appreciate that. It was a, let me see here. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Pull up. Let's see here real quick. So yeah, it was a super chat. Thank you so much, Rare, for the $4.99. Rare asks, can you do more Warden videos? Absolutely, I will be doing more Warden videos. I've been stewing over one for a while, and that would be the Desert Warden. I really want the Desert Warden to have a different feel. The desert is the largest region in Ursi, so I really want to convey the diversity of that biome and how the warden deals with how much space they have to cover. This warden has to deal with the most land, protect the most land. So how does he or she do that? What troubles does he or she arise with, and what are the traits that make this character unique? We have quite a number of warriors in the lineup. We have Myrana, who's a very strong warrior. We have Karakor, who's a very strong warrior. Erwar's a bit more of a mad scientist genius, which is a cool trope to explore. But I don't want everyone to be the warrior. I want to have people with a diverse array of talents that a warden by themselves might not be as powerful without the whole team. If everyone could 1v1 everyone else, then why would you need anyone, especially in a 1v1 situation? So expect the Desert Warden next, and that Warden will be, like I said, a unique take on the heroes of the universe. I don't think we've ever seen a Bionicle character quite like this one. And then from there we have 2 more. So there's at least 3 more in the pipeline. What I'd like to do too is bring them all together for introduction to you. They've met before, but an introduction to see them all and how they interact with one another, because I think that's really big. Seeing them in isolation, you kind of get a feel for how they are alone, but what is their dynamic? Are they this perfect team that we think they are, or are they as messy as you could possibly imagine? So that's going to be a really fun thing to explore. And then from there, who is the greater threat? Right now we have just heroes and some rumblings of villainy, but we're going to see the first major threat and how these wardens could possibly deal with it, while simultaneously dealing with their very real and immediate threats in their own world, and whether or not they can balance kind of the greater good of the whole world with their own kind of selfish needs in their regions. Can Erwar give up his fascination with Rikiki to go help a completely different part of the world? Can Myrana settle her disputes with Karakor and fight together to a common enemy, or they're going to let those rivalries ruin them? There's so much storytelling that can be done, and I'm really excited to explore it. The Warden of the Desert must be very tired of protecting the desert all the time. Yes, and can one Warden possibly protect such a large region? Can you show us the Desert Warden, or is that a spoiler? I don't have it in a position to share too much with you yet. So no, not at this time. I can say the Warden involves multiple things. I guess things is a little too vague. Multiple techniques that haven't been explored previously. So we're talking painting, we're talking cloth, we're talking just diverse new ways of building that hopefully will be seamless with the other ones, but definitely provide me with an opportunity to explore a new character. Do you have any Hero Factory sets? It'd be cool to see you build one on a stream. None that are unbuilt. I had more, but I took them all apart. I have Furno on his motorcycle currently. Is that really it? I think that's all I have left. I have some Gen 1 Bionicle sets that are unbuilt that I'd love to build on stream sometime. How are the Disciples of Yalgaroth doing? They are doing stuff. We'll have to see what exactly that is. Ethan says, will we get a video on the lore of Ursi so far? I'm hearing about things I don't know about or where to find them. So, I've been building the world of Ursi throughout all my videos. There was an introductory video called The World of Ursi, which covered the very basics, the different regions, and the greater threat of the enemy, or Zoot, who is this nefarious dragon who attacked the world and was ultimately defeated by the 6 wardens. From there, the individual stories are told in all the mock showcase videos. So each mock showcase video has a little bit of breadcrumbs towards the greater story. At some point when I've built up enough story, I will do a conglomerate of everything that's happened thus far, as well as I'd like to do almost like, I have ideas of a battle in real time, so the community will get to decide kind of what happens or what direction it takes, and then it pushes the story forward, and then at the end I'll do like a whole army overlay of like, this is the battle, here's where things are going, here's where the troops are moving, that kind of thing. But I'm not there yet, it's just kind of a crazy idea I have. Rare, thank you so much again for the donation. Rare says, remember the creatures that you've built. I can't even say that. Well, we remember. There we go. Well, we remember. So can you put those creatures in the story? Yes, I will be putting multiple creatures in the story. I've been trying to determine which ones are canon and which ones are not. There it is, popped up there. Awesome. So yes, many of the creatures are canon. Will I make a video specifically on them? Probably not. It'll probably be more like the Kiki-Ura video, where the Plague Beast has a cameo in the introductory cartoon. I think that's a clever way to put them in without rehashing them. But for any of those creatures that I rebuild, I'll definitely showcase them in a video, and you'll get to see them again. But something like the Plague Beast, I'm pretty happy with how it's built. I don't think I'd do another video on it. What was the weird Kongu Mairi figure you used to have on your old 30-minute mock setup? It looked like it wasn't in the actual set. I think you're referring to, I had, it was on one of my one of my drawers. It was actually a McDonald's toy, I think, is what you're referring to. They were given out at some point. I just found one and just put it on for decoration. It was just a big solid piece of plastic. It wasn't actually Lego. We have to know if the Teke the Tail Spinner is actually Orzoot. That would be very strange indeed. Teke is a weird guy. I could see someone in Ursi being kind of distrusting of him because he's so old and weird, I guess. Joey the Soulless says, "Hi Stippling." Hi Joey, how are you? Thank you for joining the stream. You are catching the tail end of it. Finn asks, are there animals in Ursi that are used for transportation? Yes, I haven't formally released any, but I have some ideas. There's also at least one or two contest entries that I really admired and want to explore on my own. Obviously, I'd reference them and give them credit for it, but some really cool ideas out there that I want to share. Is Ursi connected to Bionicle, or is it separate? It's connected to Bionicle in the sense that it's the same kind of genre, but I don't want to spoil any conspiracy theories, but no, it's not in any way, you're not going to find Tahu strolling around there or anything like that. I really tried hard to make my own take on the world, which would give me more flexibility to hash out a story the way I want it to be. What's my opinion on Invasion from Below? I liked the parts. I didn't really like the idea of, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure it's the ones where the main characters were minifig scale. I appreciated those figures, they were neat, but I would have rather had larger mocks. But again, the parts were neat, and it looked like it paved the way for those dragon heads that I think Ninjago might still use, if I'm not mistaken. Rare, thank you again for the donation. That's so kind of you. Rare asks, can you add more elders for advice or other stuff to give to the wardens? So you're asking essentially, will there be protectors, kind of advisors, or those that help the wardens in their trials and tribulations? I would say so. Nateke isn't exclusive to any one warden, nor is he a very good source of advice to the wardens. But absolutely, I think what I want to break away from is that every region is cookie cutter with one another. If you look at G2 Bionicle, every region had exactly one advisor. Everyone else was completely useless and did nothing. I want to break away from that. There's obviously going to be some regions that have very specific things. The mountain region has their spy network, things like that, to where each region has something it's known for, and that will be explored. But definitely, these wardens can't do it alone, so they have people that they can rely on and some people they may think they rely on, but actually shouldn't rely on. Knockoff Akimu staff kind of looks like the Everfrost staff. If you mean if you're referring to my weapon for Karakor, yeah, I mean it does kind of have similar vibes to it. Again, Karakor lent out his shoulder for another video, but yeah, I can see some kind of similarities. Quick question, will there be a cult or cults? Yes, there's at least a cult of the Yalgarok, a group of individuals who deny wearing masks. They think they lessen the experience of life. I haven't fully decided what their ambitions are, but they do not wear masks, and they believe it allows them to get closer to their god, the Yalgarok. So definitely at least one cult, more possibly. There's definitely more regions. So just because it's the desert doesn't mean everyone follows the Desert Ward in like 100% or even cares about that person. There may be entire subcultures within those that do their own thing. So endless possibilities. You mentioned at some point that you were toying with the idea of a warden whose primary tool was some sort of musical instrument that was used for healing. Did that ever go anywhere? Yes, that is the Desert Warden. At least has one instrument, and that instrument provides some utility to the warden. The warden can definitely fight, can definitely hold their own, but uses music as a means to enhance themselves and their party. I'm getting a bunch of questions about the merch. I am going to go ahead and release the merch store. Again, merch is fun. I'm not saying that you have to buy anything. By all means, if you think the merch is terrible, you don't have to. But if you do, I hope you enjoy it. And if you have any other ideas of merch that I could do, let me know at playstippling@gmail.com. This initial merch launch is just going to be Play Stippling branding and Play Stippling style characters. Moving forward, I do want to do an Ursi launch with Ursi merch if the store takes off. But what I'm going to do is... Okay, I think I might have had a little blip there. I hope you can still hear me just fine. So this is going to be the Play Stippling store. Okay. I just want to get confirmation that you can all hear me okay, because it did say that OBS lagged out. Once I hear that, I will show you a bit about the store. You can see the URL at the top there. Okay, I got a yes that you can hear me all right. So I am going to send this link out there. There is the link to the store. So let me go back to the store. So for those who are interested, I can give you a first-hand look at it. So right now, I have kind of the bare minimums. I have stickers of all the major characters in the Play Stippling lineup. Let me scroll through real quick to show you the rest of them. There, got me there. Pretty awesome dude, if I may say so myself. Frenic, I got the official CCBS Bone. And then all the major Play Stippling exclusive characters. I have mugs, hats, shirts for kids. I have shirts for adults. There's another mug there, and a sweatshirt and some other goodies. I really focused on, there were a lot of shirts, but I really wanted the ones that are the highest quality, so they do cost a little bit more, but you get what you pay for. So instead of getting a cheap shirt that's going to be itchy and uncomfortable, I really wanted to have stuff that I was proud of and that I thought you would enjoy. So again, I get a portion of the sales associated with this store, so anything you buy will help the channel immensely. And I hope whatever you buy you enjoy, and if you have any questions or concerns, hit me up, playstippling@gmail.com. I'm going to try to drop new merch every week. I'm going to adjust the store. Not everything's going to stay forever, but what you are seeing here is on sale for 2 weeks, 15% off. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. I love it. My wife got the shirt. I've got a shirt. Pretty good stuff. And yeah, so I'm pretty proud of that and pretty excited. But for now, let's go back to hiding that. And that is going to conclude the Play Stippling live stream for today. I had so much fun. Building this stuff was so cool. I enjoyed chatting with you all. Again, we have the Discord, which I frequent. The link was put up at some point, and the link, hopefully Ahmad can post that link one more time to the Discord server. Again, to those who decided to donate today, I am so humbled and thankful for that. It's really going to help me move forward. These small YouTube channels don't pay for themselves, so being able to have a little bit of support here and there is absolutely insane, and I'm so thankful. For now, I will bid you adieu. I'll see you on the Discord server. I will see you June 1st for the new contest and for the announcement of the previous winner. You got the merch store, we got the Discord. Thank you again, and I look forward to the next live stream, which hopefully I will announce very soon. So have a great night, great morning, great day, and